Okay, I want to shoot a video on saving return to cut and auto header height set points. To enter these modes, we need to ensure that the swing arm sensor positions are in the correct place in order to enter the mode. So for return to cut, we want the swing arms to be fully extended. So to do that, we've raised the head off the ground a couple of feet, and all I'm going to do here is, of course, I've made sure that the separator and feeder are on. I'm going to hit number 2, and by doing that, I've got a flat line underneath the header icon. Now I'm going to lower the head until the swing arms are partially collapsed and the header is close to the ground. At that point, I'm going to hit number 1. Now I have a squiggly line that represents auto header height mode. So the difference between the two modes: return to cut is designed for cutting off the ground. A lot of people like this in good standing corn, whereas auto header height is good for following the ground if you have down corn. Primarily used for platforms, grain heads, and but to enter those modes, it does depend on the sensor position. So in order to save them, you either got to have the sensors fully extended, or the head raised off the ground, or the sensor partially collapsed to enter the header height mode. One thing a guy could run into is if he had a return to cut mode saved and wanted to begin cutting close to the ground. Return to cut isn't designed for that, but if a person hit the minus button and slowly lowered the head that way, you would eventually see this pressure float override symbol, and that may try to lift the head back up away from the ground, and you may have trouble reaching that down crop. So once again, it's better to use a return to cut for cutting off the ground. We just save that, and then if I do want to reach down, it's better to hit my resume and go back to my header height setting that I saved before.